Hello and welcome. We are the Thamesmen. I'm George.
And I'm Alex in San Francisco.
I am it. What does that say? Fouch?
That's how you know I'm from San Francisco, you know?
Bloody hippie. Yeah, well, mine's a surf t-shirt or something like that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Welcome. I hope you can hear me. It's absolutely pouring with rain here and it's thundering on the roof. But anyway, we're all good. So
you need the rain.
We do need the rain. We absolutely need the rain. So
what you got for me?
Ah, well, okay. So the other night, you threw down a challenge, a gauntlet, and I am picking up that gauntlet. And
good.
And your challenge was you were saying that the Pink Floyd Echoes was the best live show ever. So it's a tough one to beat. I'll be honest with you, but I'm going for it. I'm picking up that gauntlet and I'm going to run with it. And so this is a band who I absolutely adore, and the band is Muse. And this is them at the Glastonbury Festival, closing out the Sunday night in 2004 with Stockholm Syndrome.
Do you know what, George?
What?
I haven't seen the video, but I'm going to tell you now, it's nearly as good as Pompeii.
It's how? What?
Because it's nearly as good as Pompeii because I was there. I was there with Jesse and Nick and a load of others, and it was on Sunday night, and they played and they owned the festival. Actually, there was Paul McCartney who did obviously Let It Be, which is phenomenal, which was mind-blowingly phenomenal when you do it at Glastonbury. And then Muse came on Sunday night. And I hadn't seen so much energy from a band, and I've seen them many times since and after, but this gig here was phenomenal.
You see, like I haven't always been, and this whole reaction video thing has made me do it more, but I was never a big one for watching live videos. I always liked the studio stuff because of where I came from in my sort of profession. And so I hadn't done a huge amount of live videos, but I could watch this one, and every time I watch it, I get like the hairs rise up out on my arms, and I'm like, it is like, I think the most electric. And whoever did the production of the video, like amazing, and it's just how you could get the feeling of a gig with 100,000 people in a muddy field to feel like that at home on a YouTube is pretty goddamn amazing.
And for anyone who doesn't know what Glastonbury is, it's a private festival owned by a farmer. He's got the largest festival in Europe. It's got 100,000 acts over 3 days.
No, 100,000 people.
No. Yeah, 100,000. Do apologise, but I'll have to check.
Well, I suppose each person is an actor within the planet, within the theatre.
It's something like 5,000 acts or something, because there are tents everywhere. And he's such a nice guy that sometimes he doesn't do the festival because the cows are a bit stressed and the milk yield is down.
And the pyramid stage, the main stage, is the cowshed. And the only reason you can make it a permanent structure is by making it a cowshed, but it's a pyramid. The cows live in.
And then that bit opens up for the stage. And for you guys who don't know about Glastonbury, any musician that's out there is honoured to play Glastonbury because of the history of it. From all the way back from when Bowie started, and as I said, the bands changed their whole schedule to headline. And when I saw McCartney there, he was like, "Yeah, this is a special gig." And he started with back in the USSR, and he finished with A2. And
I went there, I think 3 or 4 times before I moved to the States, and it is a religious experience going to Glastonbury. And we could do a whole evening just talking about tales from Glastonbury, but let's get on, because it's a longish old video. It's a 9-minute song. Right. So please stick around. Please, actually, in case you have to piss off, please subscribe. And also thank you to all the people who are subscribing. We really appreciate it. We really like your comments. And if you're a lurker, subscribe now. But anyway, let us get on.
By the way, we haven't, dear subscribers, we haven't told our friends we're doing this.
No, it's a secret. We're not, until we get to a certain amount, we're not going to tell them. So you're all our friends now.
And then when we hit 50, we've decided that we're going to tell our friends, and they're going to be shocked. So at the moment, we're like 40, 42. So thank you very much. We're very honoured.
Once our friends join, we'll just get a load of rude comments, won't we?
Yeah. So
yeah, buggers.
All right, let's do it,
guys. Right. So, are you ready?
I am.
Let me get ready.
All right.
So I may not be able to hear you on this one because I'm going to have it loud, and it is
Good.
loud, and it is
Good.
perfect. So just wave or something, you know.
Okay.
Are you
3.
ready? 2.
You count us in.
Okay. 3,
All right.
2, 1, go.
Thank you very much for staying out here, man, and all the money and everything. This has been the best gig of my life. Thank you very much. It's our last song. It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Where are you, Alex?
At the back. No, I wasn't actually.
Look at that crowd. Isn't that?
Oh, I could be amused. Oh, that was great.
Isn't that like unfreaking believable? Just like the energy and the noise and the like, and it's like three guys.
I know. From Devon.
Like, how do you do that?
They are phenomenal. I mean, I was at that gig. That was, that was the last note of the last night, as you said, at Glastonbury. The whole gig, that whole gig that they did, they were just mind-blowingly good, and I've seen them many a times. But that gig goes down in my mind as one of the best gigs I've been to, and I've totally forgotten about that till you mentioned it.
It is like, it is up there. In terms of like live show videos, it is just, for me, amazing. Truly, every time I get excited by it, every time.
There was a bit of sadness that went with that.
Yeah. You want to say it?
Where the drummer's father died backstage while they're playing.
I know, on that song, and or just after it. But that is, yeah. I mean, like, and they were saying like their best gig ever up till that point, I suppose. So
I think they said that was their best gig ever they've done. In total, now they've still said. I saw them. I took my twins, they were on their 9th birthday. I took them to go 10th. I took them to see Muse, and here went San Francisco. But now they're a huge show. They're a big event. They've got, it's more about the show, and they wouldn't do that now. Back then, they were still trying to, obviously they were big. If you're going to play at Glastonbury, you're big, but they still had that raw energy.
When I first, I'll have to check out which year it was. When I first came here, I knew Muse from England, and they were big in England, playing big shows like the early 2000s, and they're in England. But in America, they'd never broken. They'd never made it here. And they came over on a tour, and I think it was the beginning of the Absolution album. And I bought a load of tickets because I knew they would be good. And they're playing downtown LA at the Mayan Theater, which isn't big, 1,000 people maybe, or 1,500 people maybe.
Yeah.
Old sort of like a sort of classic theater design, like a Mayan temple. And I took a load of friends, and it was unfreaking believable. To this day, Holgram people, they talk about that and the amount of like Long Island iced teas we drank that night. But they talk about that gig because it was Muse, who were like stadium ready, playing in a sort of 1,000, 1,500 seat capacity or standing room general admission theater.
And not to compete, but not to compete. When I moved to Providence,
yes, you are competing.
When I moved to Providence before I moved over here, that's when you do a US tour. That's the first place you do your first gig in America. That whole route is set around for you. And I saw them there. I think 2.5, literally with about, again with 500 people or whatever. And then I saw them at the Fillmore here in San Francisco. That must only hold 3,000.
Yeah, probably.
And so we left England where Muse were massive, and still are. And then came over here, and it took them a long time to break the US, but they have done now.
Yeah.
But the album Origin of Symmetry. If anyone here, you're probably watching because you like Muse, and if you've just discovered Muse, Origins of Symmetry, that album just blew away.
Yeah, and particularly track 1 on that one. Track 1, I can't remember what it's called, but I love that track. It's so good. It really is.
Yeah. With that bass. Yeah, my brother came back. He came back and he said, "Oh, I've heard this band and they're very operatic." And that's the first track I listened to it. And with the bass, I think something Lamb or maybe just blew me away. And then and I want to do more Muse. So if anyone here wants us to do more Muse, tell us what track, because that's really invigorated my love of music, and I've totally forgot about them.
And also, if anyone else has got any other classic Glastonburys, I love Glastonbury. Like I said, I've been there a few times. I haven't been there for 25 years, but I would in a heartbeat jump on a plane and go to Glastonbury if I could get tickets.
Absolutely. I'll do it with you.
Oh, should we do it?
Yeah,
it'd be like that Austin festival, but bigger.
Yeah, the last festival we went to was a psychedelic festival, and we would walk around and see everyone's sound check, and then just get too drunk and walk away. So we didn't actually see any bands.
Oh, but those hamburgers at 3:00 in the morning. Oh my god!
But Glastonbury, we would look like policemen. People think we're old Bill because we're so old.
I don't think so now. It's all rock stars and film stars who go now, isn't it? It's like
It's not our age you've got to worry about, it's our circumference. They might not let us in. All right.
We can talk
Good.
all night. Let's do some more Glastonbury because I've got some tales from Glastonbury, but let's save them and let's because otherwise we'll run out of videotape on this, you know.
Tape. They're showing your age again.
I
It's
know,
in the
it's
cloud.
nice.
All right. Thank you
Excellent,
very
mate.
much.
Okay, so I'll get the chart up and we'll re-rate things.
Oh, we should have live and studio.
Oh, let's let go. How many charts can I make? It's not like a
Many
PowerPoint
many charts. Matt, you were known as the man of many charts.
Carol Vorderman. Anyway, no one would know what that means.
How Vorderman is. All right, the man of many charts. You can have twin charts either side.
I'll have one chart. You can have the other in your place.
No, you got two sides.
Oh.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you
See you
very
later.
much.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Yeah, we need. Take care.
See ya. Bye.